It is hoodie season.
Definitely.
How cold is it over there?
46 degrees.
Fuck. You got a heat spell.
Yeah, it's about the same here.
It's literally 13 degrees outside right now.
Hey, that sounds... Jeez.
We had about 4 inches of snow.
Yeah.
It's all good times.
Okay, let's see if the soundboard's working as far as this goes, and then let's hope and pray that we're good.
Yeah. Oh. What is this?
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
I know it's low, but I mean it starts low.
Oh, I hear it.
Okay, that's the wrong thing.
Are you guys hearing the buzzing?
Yeah, we can't get rid of it.
We can't get rid of it. Yeah.
I didn't know if it was me because I bought a new phone. And,
oh, did you? Nice.
Yeah, I got a new iPhone, and then I realized that it doesn't have the headphone jack. So
yeah,
I had to get this stupid adapter.
Yeah.
Yep.
Chad's got one too.
Which means I can't charge the phone while I'm on the call with you guys either. So
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's like, why do they have to change stuff? Just leave it alone. It's fine.
It's always something different.
So I don't know if that I don't know if the buzzing is me or if
It's Chad.
No, it's me, and it's. I think we've isolated it finally to a cable that I need to replace.
Yeah.
Okay.
So everyone listening to the show today, sorry, it's going to be like this.
Yeah. And it may come and go. It may get better. I don't know, but
it's gonna get better.
It never gets.
This week, man.
Yeah, it's been like that.
It's been a bad week. You have no idea.
Yeah.
Oh, no. It's time for group therapy.
It is time for. Well, you know what? Yes, it's time for group therapy. I own a condo. I don't live in it. I rent it.
Yeah.
I've been trying to sell it.
Yeah.
I lined up a buyer. We were in contract. I evicted my tenant who had been covering the costs through her rent. And 3 days before we were supposed to close on it, the homeowners association won't approve the buyer.
Oh,
so yeah. So now I'm like, I just evicted a perfectly good tenant.
Yeah.
I have an empty condo now that I'm paying a mortgage on and I'm paying common fees on. And I have to either find another buyer, which means it's going to be empty for 90 days at least.
Right.
Or I got to get another tenant in there, which doesn't happen overnight.
Right.
And if I'm putting a new tenant in there, I got to paint the place. I got to steam the carpets. I got to do all this shit that I wouldn't have had to do.
Mm-hmm. Homeowners associations suck, man.
Yesterday, I'm mowing the lawn at my house. I'm on the side of the house, and I smell fuel oil.
Oh, no.
The tank is leaking.
Oh, geez.
The tank is leaking. The tank is 4 years old. There's no reason for it to leak. So then they're out here. They've got to bring a temporary tank. They got to, of course, they just filled up too. So they got to pump 275 gallons of fuel oil from one tank to another tank.
Mm-hmm.
And then because there was a leak, they got to notify the Department of Environmental Conservation, and they have to come out and survey the property. Yeah, it's a huge thing. It's a huge thing. So, yeah. And Chad's shit is buzzing on top of that. So,
Why not? Why not?
Thanks, Chad. Thanks for putting the cherry on the shit sundae.
Yeah. And on top of all that, I don't know if I can control the volume anymore. I can barely hear you guys.
Is your lawnmower like a push mower or is it a riding mower?
No, it's a push mower.
Oh, okay.
It's a push mower.
Because you said like 200 and something gallons. I'm like, what the hell? He's like mowing the yard in a tanker?
No.
Fuel oil for his house.
For the house. The fuel oil for the house.
Lawnmower.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
That's a pain in the ass.
It is.
I don't understand why New York still has all of that. Like, why can't you just run natural gas line to the house?
Because the majority of New York looks like rural Idaho. It doesn't look like New York City.
Right.
So, to run natural gas pipes to all these homes is not not viable.
There's the county north of me. They've allowed tiny homes to be built on there because it's cheaper to allow that than to run new sewer lines into the tiny homes, because most tiny homes have got like a compost toilet or something like that. Yeah.
So
yeah.
what are the rural homes near you have? Do they have septic tanks? Or do they?
My dad's got a septic tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, his house is like, you wouldn't think it would be something like that, but it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, septic tanks is pretty common around here.
Yeah.
You can't park your giant truck on it. That's the thing they warn about.
Yeah. Wow, that sounds terrible. I don't mean the truck and the septic tank. I mean that buzz.
Yeah, I don't know. I have been fighting it for. I've been fighting it for a while, but it's only been something that I could hear, and it wasn't recorded until all of a sudden today.
Yeah, so that's like the voices in my head.
Yeah. So with that said, welcome to UrbanCast, and
how much longer till we get there?
Another 6 hours.
See, I can't hear it.
No.
Tell the Ferengi to return to his cabin.
You call that a cabin? It's a cot and a waste disposal unit. It's so small, even I can't stand up in there. Look, I'm developing a slouch.
Tell the Ferengi to return to his cabin now.
Quark.
What's he gonna do? Turn around and take me home? Ruin everyone's vacation?
Coming about. Setting course for Trekcast.
There you go.
You know, it's so simple and such a dumb scene, but that is one of my favorite scenes. Just because it shows how stiff Worf actually was on that show, where he won't talk directly to Quark. Tell the Ferengi, tell the Ferengi, tell the Ferengi. Mm-hmm. And then instead of just turning the ship, he maintains protocol, coming about, setting a course for Deep Space Nine.
Right.
Oh, he's like the dad. I'll turn this runabout right around.
Very
so
much
he was
so.
willing to turn it around.
Yeah. Oh, man.
That's funny.
No.
All right, so
I'd ask you guys what's up, but we covered that already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I spent my week on the road. I have more windshield time in the last week than I've had in a month, probably. I put about 4,000 miles on my car is what it feels like.
Yikes.
I had a shit week as well, and most of that time was spent driving through sleet, snow, and ice-covered roads between northern Illinois, Wisconsin, and Minneapolis, St. Paul. And I brought the cold weather back with me because on Thursday of this week it was 80 degrees here at home, and when I got home late Friday night, it was a whopping 32. So
I don't know if you guys saw, but Coeur d'Alene, Idaho made national news.
Oh yeah.
So we had announced earlier this week that the hospitals were full of COVID patients because we're spiking like crazy. And then literally the same day, they renounced the mask mandate. So there we go.
Yeah, we don't need the masks anymore.
Oh God. There's even there's a quote from one of the health board members, and it's something to the effect of, yeah, people are getting sick, but we're not sure it's COVID. What?
I don't know.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So as I was told this weekend, 2 different appointments that I had, 2 different demos that I was going to do, that got canceled right as I either showed up and walked in their door or got a phone call an hour ahead of time. That's part of my worthless week. I would hear something to the fact of, well, you can't have you come in today because you got the COVID.
So you had a meeting with the Lucky Charms guy?
I did, yeah. That was my Canadian voice, but yeah.
Wait, why are you selling lasers to the Lucky Charms guy?
Yeah. So
he's finally had enough of people stealing his Lucky Charms. It's going to defend himself.
Yep.
Him and the Keebler elves, they're hanging out.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Let's just get right to the news.
Yeah, let's get to this.
Attention all hands. It's
Everything
time
sounds
for
like
Star
shit.
Trek news.
That sounds fine here. Yeah, so our first news story comes to us from comicbook.com. and they've got a headline, but there needs to be a better headline. The headline should be Bloomington, Indiana unveils statue of warmonger, but instead it says Star Trek Captain Janeway statue unveiled at Kate Mulgrew's future hometown. So, so Captain Janeway's.
Warmonger?
So
Yeah.
hold on, it's Kate Mulgrew's future hometown, or it's Janeway's? It's
It-
Kate
the
Mulgrew's
headline says-
hometown, or it's Janeway's future hometown? 'Cause
It's
she hasn't
supposed to
been
be
born.
Janeway's future hometown.
Okay.
But the headline says Kate Mulgrew's future hometown.
Oh, jeez.
Okie dokie. Fucking love the internet.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so they unveiled a Captain Janeway statue yesterday. Kate Mulgrew actually showed up virtually to say a few words. This has been put together by a group of Star Trek fans in Bloomington, and they're very excited to have their statue.
That's cool.
Yeah, that is cool. Still no Tuvix statue, but what are you gonna do?
Did you hear the related story?
No.
Yeah, the next day Antifa tore it right down.
Ah, there you go. I'm down for that on that one. Okie dokie. Yeah. Yeah. That's what they said as they tore it down. Just okie dokie.
Okie dokie, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, can you guys hear me right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. So here's what I can do with the buzzing. Like, the buzzing's gone, isn't it?
No, it's
No.
there.
It's still there?
There.
Yeah.
Shit, I can't hear it.
You're not going to be
It's-
solving this, Sherlock.
Yeah, Chad, it's actually worse than it was a minute ago.
Yeah, just leave it alone.
Is it really? Because I can't hear it now.
Yeah. Yeah, I can hear it. It's there.
I'll solve this. Hey, everybody, nobody listen to the show but Chad, and then the buzzing will be gone.
Yeah.
But does this still work, I guess?
Okie dokie.
Yeah, I guess it
Yes.
does.
Yeah,
Okay.
that works.
Okay, well, I'm going to stop messing with it.
Robert Picardo also said a few words at the ceremony for the statue.
Did
So
he
it's
sing
there.
those few words, or
Huh?
did he sing those few words, or?
Oh, no, it said he appeared via Cameo, so I'm wondering if they had to pay him like $45 to do it. I'm hoping they did.
That's
Jeez.
that's hysterical.
Yeah. So that would be great. Second news story comes to us from Gizmodo.com, and the headline is: The next Star Trek Picard novel fills in more of Riker's post-Enterprise history. So yeah, we've got more Riker stories in a novel. It's going to be called Star Trek Picard: The Dark Veil, but it's about Riker, so not Picard. And it takes place a year after the robot place blew up near Mars. What is that? Yeah.
Utopia Plantatia.
Yeah, that.
That.
So they're trying to figure out what the hell happened there, and they're also still trying to help the Romulans exodus out of their impending doom. So that's the plot of the novel. The novel will come out January 5th next year.
Still trying to help those Romulans.
Still
They never
trying to help.
learn. Never
Yeah.
learn.
Never gonna learn. So it's funny to me that it's called Star Trek Picard, but it's about Riker.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
And-
it's almost as clunky as like Star Trek Trekcast, the galaxy's most unpredictable Star Trek podcast presents the Tuvix Memorial.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We should make an audio clip that I can use that says what that title is, because none of us
There you
know it off the top of our
Oh
head.
God! You know what we should do is put it into one of those like Stephen Hawking's, so it sounds like that when we say it.
Yes. Google Translate says it back
Yeah,
to
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That would be good. I'll do that. I will get on that. I will have time this week. I will do that.
Fix the buzzing first.
Yeah, do
Well,
that
that's a
for-
cable. Yeah. I think it's a cable. I'll put it that way. I'll buy
and then-
another cable.
Yeah, our last news story comes to us from TrekMovie.com, and this is for our UK listeners, all 4 of you. I don't know how many there are really.
There's a lot more than that.
Yeah. In my head, it's 4.
Yeah.
Anyways, UK's Royal Mail to issue 2 sets of Star Trek stamps.
Yeah.
But what's really funny is if you read this article, there's 3 sets. So whatever.
No one can get the headlines right, can they?
No.
Gee,
Uh,
Christmas.
it sounds like the two sets. One is all the captains, so it's Kirk, Picard, Cisco, Janeway, Archer, and Lorca made the cut.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
weird.
so that's
They
one
just needed
set.
an extra spot there. So is Pike on there?
No,
That's a fuck up.
but you'll be happy to know that not only is your favorite Michael Burnham on a stamp,
Ugh.
but as is Ash Tyler.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, you can't have one without the other. I mean, that is a
No.
love triangle with two people. So
You know who else got his own stamp according to this set? Malcolm Reed.
oh man, everybody's favorite
Wow.
security officer who can't fire a shot to save his life.
Yeah, there's no confirmation that if you lick the stamp, it tastes like pineapple, but I'm hoping
Damn. That would be it right there.
that would be it right there.
That was a deep cut right there.
That is
Yeah,
a deep
yeah.
cut, man. Yeah, I'm bringing it. I'm kind of punchy too. I didn't sleep much. I was out late again.
You had your date last night. Oh, we totally missed this. You had
Yeah.
your date last night. How'd it go, man?
Good. So far, so good. We're supposed to see each other again later today.
So
So
you haven't figured out if she's crazy yet or not.
no, not yet. There's always time.
I can't imagine dating in 2020. I can't. I would just, I don't know. That would scare me. I'd rather be lonely.
It's a great, horrible nightmare.
Yeah. I feel for you, buddy.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah,
luck,
I know.
man. That's
So far,
cool.
so good. Yeah, so far,
Awesome,
so good.
man. I'm happy for you. Happy for you.
Thank you. And then the third set of the two set stamps, it's all British actors in Star Trek. So like,
Oh,
yeah,
Is it
the girl that played
Cumberbatcher?
Carol Marcus and JJ Verse is in there. Yeah, legit. That's one of them.
Is she in her underwear on the stamp?
No, she's just kind of looking up.
that would be interesting
Okay.
if it was, and then you'd have to lick the back of it.
Oh, come on.
That doesn't taste like pineapple. Malcolm McDowell's on there, looking like
Okay.
Malcolm McDowell. There's some other ones too. I don't recognize their names or their.
So
Yeah.
is that why Reed got his own? Not because of his Star Trek prominence, because of his
British?
Well, he's
Prominence.
so it sounds like,
Thank you.
or from what looking at this, it seems like the two main sets is one of them features Reed, but then the British only actor, which seems like it's a more obscure set. That one, there's only like 6 stamps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Are those ones like foil and reflective? Are they like the chase stamps?
Yeah, you guys get a lot of Pokemon cards.
There's no
Yeah, you get 'em.
holographic one of Michael Burnham saving the universe again.
Oh, that's a question I have for you guys. Were your kids ever into Pokemons? Because my nephews are obsessed with it right now.
My
yeah.
my
Yeah.
son, it's his birthday today.
Mm.
Oh,
So
Happy
we,
birthday.
we thank you. So we threw him a birthday party, an at-home birthday party. It's
Of course,
just
yeah.
So we kind of got him some extra stuff because he
Mhm.
can't really have a real birthday party. But he wanted a Pokemon birthday party, so my wife got plates and streamers and napkins, and it's all Pokemon. And like 2:00 in the morning, we realized we didn't get him any Pokemon themed gifts. We just got him all the shit to hang on the walls.
yeah.
So 8:00 this morning. 8:00 this morning, I'm throwing on a hoodie, run into Dollar General, hoping they have Pokemon cards in the toy aisle.
Oh boy.
They had one tin of Pokemon cards, and I grabbed it, and he loved it. So
Nice.
it was
Nice.
all worth it.
Good.
All
Good.
worth it.
Right on.
we
Yeah,
got
that's all
some-
my news stories.
But he didn't
Oh, no.
He didn't get Malcolm Reed in the Pokemon pack. So
Oh,
So-
the sets of stamps, they run about $20 each. So
Yeah. So
Cool.
don't use them.
yeah, whatever.
Just buy them and put them in a collector sleeve
Yeah.
or something. But so we're not going to talk about the rumored Cisco show.
It's dude, it's what is it? We got this covered,
We got this covered.
which is complete fabrications almost all the time.
Comicbook.com is running
Yeah.
with it.
Well, they're
about
they're
4
citing
people
that
all
we got
running
this
with it.
covered. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's just gossip. It's not happening.
Avery
It's-
Brooks is not coming back.
No.
it's real. It's real.
Yeah, it's not happening. It's trash. It's fake news. Like,
Yeah, I don't.
nah.
You're
Yeah.
fake
Not as a
news.
standalone.
I know.
Not as a standalone show. I don't think.
I
mean,
could see like maybe a made-for-TV movie or a limited series, but that's about it. But
Or
even
just showing up in one of the other shows as a return.
yeah,
Because that's a if they did it, that's a big deal. Like for him to return, that's a
it's-
real big deal.
yeah, it's a huge.
That's
deal.
not a small thing. So anyway, okay,
I don't
moving
know.
on.
It would be kind of clunky for him to show up. I mean, really, the only show that it would make sense for him to show up in right now is Picard,
right.
Yeah,
except that he has no relationship to Picard, except
No.
he stood in the ready room and called him an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then a week later apologized and said, I don't want to resign from Starfleet. And then there was nothing ever again between the two of them. I know there was talks of another crossover and it just never came together. So I don't know. I think it would just feel really awkward.
Yeah.
it would.
And I mean, he could show up in Discovery, but again, there's no connection to those characters.
If they want to resurrect any of those characters, they should bring back Dr. Bashir and do Dr. Bashir Medicine Woman.
All right.
No, they could have Brooke show up for a brief moment with Picard and look at him and go, "You're not real,"
Yeah.
because he would know.
Yeah.
But anyway, all right, moving on. We'll get back to feedback.
Hailing frequencies. Open.
All right, what feedback do you have? I got a couple, not much.
Yeah, do yours. Well, I get mine ready.
Okay, so we got an email from Terran Hebert.
Nice.
His subject line was, "Did you watch the episode, bro?" It says, "Hey guys, I was listening to last week's episode, and at the end, you guys were talking about the flag-raising scene. I'll assume it was the lack of sleep and small screen, but you all got that scene wrong. Burnham did indeed grant him a field commission as acting communications officer, and his reaction was not of disappointment, but rather being overwhelmed with emotion, as he's waited his whole life for that opportunity. Granted, it probably could have been edited better to make it clearer. Also, to me, it kind of looked like Burnham and Book were traveling in slipstream, not warp. But then again, warp is not what it used to be, so it's not clear if Book's ship uses warp or quantum slipstream. Furthermore, the problem I had with needing small amounts of dilithium is that I thought dilithium is not a consumable fuel source itself, but rather is used to control the matter-antimatter reaction, and as a result, does wear out. Anyways, thanks for the entertainment. That was Terran. So he's right all the way around.
He is.
And
Yeah.
I didn't really.
He isn't though.
Oh,
Okay, here we go.
And
Break
here's
down.
why. Communications officer is a position.
Yeah.
It's not a rank.
Yep.
Okay. If you're, it's like saying driver in a car. You're the position. That's your job. So his job is communications officer. He's the acting communications officer. What I'm saying is she could have granted him a field commission and swore him in as Lieutenant Commander Johnson. That's what I was saying.
Whatever,
But-
actually make him an ensign or whatever.
Yep.
An actual ranked officer
Yes.
of Starfleet and or the Federation. However,
But
you
saying,
wanna flip-flop those
saying you're
things.
the acting communications officer. It's like saying, hey, it's your job to answer the phone.
You're
Yeah.
the secretary.
It's not the same thing.
You're the space
Yeah.
secretary.
Yep. So no, at that point I get what you're saying, but he's also right. We didn't even bring up the fact in our last episode that she granted him the position of communications officer. I kind of forgot and glossed over that because it wasn't, like you said, a field commission. So we're both right. We're half pregnant. So anyway,
And chances are, knowing this show, we'll never see him again. So it doesn't matter.
yeah, probably. We probably won't. So
He's just gonna be sitting there waiting for the phone to ring.
Yeah.
That's it.
well, he's obviously talking to those other two Starfleet ships that he knows about.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, he was already the communications officer, right?
Right. But she made it official.
Yeah.
She was
So
wearing
why
the-
couldn't they have made it official? What had they never been there before? I mean,
I must have missed something. What do you mean these other two ships?
so he says while she's there, you made a few references to this, Dan, and I tried to correct you, and I don't know if you heard or whatever, but
Okay.
he says he only knows of 2 other ships in the entire fleet, and that is it, because his sensor range doesn't go far enough.
Okay. Yep.
And it
yep.
keeps getting degraded every however long. It just gets degraded, right? There's no one there to fix it. And so as far as he knows, there's only 2 ships in the fleet. Well, that means he's had communication with 2 ships in the fleet, and they could have appointed him as a field commission at some point in his 52 years of life, sitting at that desk every day. So there's some weird little thing there that doesn't make sense. But anyway.
So instead of fixing his gear, she essentially just pinned a little like plastic sheriff's badge on him. And said, "Here you go, Buckaroo.
Here's a star. Get a star by your name.
Go fix the phone."
Yeah.
She said, "Here, go install a new cable because it's kind of buzzing."
Yes, exactly. There's a deep cut.
Yeah.
So then in his second point, he's right. I mean, dilithium is used to stabilize the reaction between matter and antimatter. It's not a fuel source itself, but you have to have it as if it's a fuel source in order to be able to let those 2 interact. So it's it is throughout all the history of Star Trek. It's been used intermittently or talked about intermittently as if it's a fuel source and B a stabilizing factor between the reaction of the 2. So it's clear as far as what it's used for, but the way it's discussed and talked about and used as a plot device is very intermittent back and forth, treating it like it's a fuel source versus a reaction or stabilizing crystal for the reaction. So, so you're right, and no.
So this season is all about how they need more magic rocks.
They need more magic rocks. They need more time crystals.
Yeah.
So that is what it's about. So that was our one email. That was good. Glad to hear from you, Taryn. As always, good feedback. Keep those coming at chatiswrong@gmail.com or trekcasttng@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Twitter or Instagrams for the same, Trekcast TNG on both, and get a hold of us there.
I have to rewatch these episodes because I do feel like I miss things.
Yeah. There is a lot that happens, like real quick.
It is a lot.
Yeah,
it is a lot, and I was very much reminded of that during this last episode on Thursday, just by the opener that they did for what happened, at the end of last season. It was like, holy crap, that was a lot of shit going on. There's just a lot of stuff going on.
Well, now that I realize that I miss stuff sometimes, it's making me second guess myself. And, my function on this show is pretty much pointing my finger and saying, no, you're wrong, and here's why. I'm like,
that is a good function.
Was I just a jerk to Taryn for no reason?
No. Well, what that means is since you got yourself a shiny new phone, now you have to go and get an iPad to watch the show on so that it's a bigger screen.
Yeah.
You can pick them up for $329.
Yeah, I know.
Give Tim Apple more of your money.
Who?
Tim Apple.
Tim Apple?
That would be Tim Cook. But
yes.
Or Tom Cook.
Yeah.
Timothy. Give Timothy the Benjamins. He needs more money. He doesn't have enough. Yeah.
Isn't that the MySpace guy?
Yeah. Hey, no, that's Friendster. You're thinking of Friendster.
I don't know.
No.
All right.
I got a question from Juan Aguilar.
Okay.
The question is, what's going on with Lieutenant Detmer?
I think she's got a little Leland in her head.
She's got something going on more than just she hit her head. There's something there. They allude to that pretty strongly throughout the entire episode. So
they laid it on thick.
They laid it on real thick that something's off. And everybody keeps giving her the weird eye, but no one says anything to her, which I also find kind of a nice little tell, but whatever. Yeah. We'll talk about that when we get into the topic of the show. Got 2 more things here real quick from the coffee account. We got a donation from Commander Felton. As always, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Keep the entertainment coming.
Thank you.
We most certainly will. We appreciate the feedback and the support. And then we got another big donation from Lumberjack Daryl. And this is his part 2, because he must have listened to us say there's a part 1 and a part 3, and there's no part 2. So he came back for a part 2, and he said the Tholians or the Gorn caused the burn. Would be nice to see. We haven't seen them since Enterprise Seasons 4. Tholians like to do weird experiments, hence the Defiant in the Mirror Universe, and I bet the 2 Starfleet ships will be refits of Disco ships. That would be hilarious if they copy and pasted Disco ships, but that's a one-off ship, though, isn't it? Isn't Discovery a one-off ship?
No, there was a sister ship that looked just like it.
That's true, and then it's gone.
It's gone.
So now it's the only one of that design.
Yeah.
And it is an early. I don't know why 1,000 years later they would suddenly build one of that design and/or keep it, an old one that they might have had from 1,000 years before, because it was kind of an odd bird design to begin with, even at the original time of discovery, which was before Kirk. So I don't know. It could be anything at this point. The other Starfleet ships could be little triangles with 3 guys on them that,
They're going to be flying Winnebagos.
Yeah.
Flying Winnebagos. if the galaxy is cut off from, if areas are cut off from each other, I mean, it's really whatever ship was in that area when this burn thing happened.
Yeah.
So, they could look like Crusher's ship from All Good Things, because that's just what happened to be in the area.
Right.
Well,
I wouldn't think that any of the ships that we're going to see, their Starfleet ships, would look anything like. They wouldn't. Why would they look anything like the ones we've seen up to now? They would have to all be different. We're talking about 1,000 years into the future. I realize that a ship can last a long time, but
no. What I'm saying is, okay, if suddenly this part of the galaxy is cut off from the rest of the galaxy,
right?
The only ships that are there are the ones that were passing through at the time, and what's sitting in dry dock somewhere.
Right.
So if you can't get to another part of the galaxy to get whatever shipbuilding materials, you're going to reactivate these derelict ships.
So I'm sure they're all
500 years ago.
150 years old. Yeah, they're all going to be old from that timeline. But
right. So I mean, it's kind of going to be like Mad Max in space. You're going to have Ferengis with birds of prey. You're going to have Starfleet with an old garbage scow. We'll see.
Oh, I can't wait for somebody to be playing guitar with a giant flamethrower on a starship.
What?
You ever seen Mad Max?
Well, yeah, but I mean, someone spray paints chrome colored spray paint into their mouth.
Free yourself the liberation of water or whatever that is.
Yes. Yeah. Mother's milk. We need mother's milk.
Yeah.
And that mother's milk comes from Burnham. Okay. All right. So, anything else in the feedback section? You want to go over the Tuvix Memorial update?
Oh yeah.
How are we doing on that? On the brackets? Is anybody even like still in the running of perfect? Can't be.
No, nobody's perfect.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No. We still got quite a few first round matchups. I'm kind of trying to get through them quicker now. At least 2 a day. So then that way by the next episode we'll be into the second round.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It is a lot.
I kind of went kind of nuts. We've got a couple of second round matchups already set that I'm excited for. So in the second round, we will see Serenity versus Aliens.
Ooh.
Yeah. We'll see Annihilation versus Contact.
Oh, that's easy.
And then we'll also see Demolition Man versus Planet of the Apes.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah, Planet of the Apes is going to win that one. Demolition Man's going down. Sorry, Mike Medina.
Oh, what are you talking about?
I saw his post. He loves Demolition Man.
Yeah.
Demolition Man has a special place in my heart. It
is a good movie.
Well, it was filmed across the street from my mom's job.
Oh, nice.
So growing up, I remember watching it being shot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, like I would go hang out at my mom's office and literally just stare out the window as they're filming a movie.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
The movie Super Troopers was filmed in my hometown. So
nice.
That Burger King where they spit in his burger.
Yeah.
I've eaten at that Burger King
Oh,
1,000 times.
Did you get a liter of cola?
A liter of cola.
The best part is like, hey, did he spit in that? No, whatever. Keeps eating.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's a good movie. So is the second one. The second one's pretty good too.
I've never seen it. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah. I mean, it's not the first one, but it's pretty good. Yeah, so that's where we're at right now. We've got 2 different polls going right now. The first one is Total Recall versus Ghost in the Shell, which is the old anime, not the Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, because that one's trash.
Yeah, I've never even seen it. I don't care.
No, you don't need to.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not. I mean, visually they did it right, but I just whatever.
And then the other one is Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy versus Turbo Kid. I do have some obscure films in here.
Hitchhiker's got to win that.
Have you seen Turbo Kid?
Yes, I've seen Turbo Kid.
Okay, yeah, it's great.
It's like Alex Kidd on the Sega Genesis when you're trying to be, Mega Man or something.
Yeah, it's all over the place.
Yeah.
Turbo Kid is all over the place.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, like I put like the Endless in there, and I knew it wasn't gonna win, but my goal was to just to have people like be able to go on Netflix and watch some movies. Yeah, so. I
did watch Battle Los Angeles this last week.
Oh, nice.
One of my it's I wouldn't say it's in my top 10 probably of my favorite sci-fi movies.
Yeah.
Just because it's a very different take.
Never seen it.
Oh, you got to watch that. It's really good. It's a very different take on what an alien invasion would look like. It was well done. I liked it. I enjoyed it.
Is that the one with Aaron Eckhart?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is that on
what's
Netflix?
Her name from the Fast and Furious? Yeah, it's on Netflix right now. Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll check it out.
That's a good movie.
I watched for the first time ever last night Hocus Pocus.
The first time, really?
I've never seen it. I know my sister used to cosplay that for Halloween. It was like a 4-year stretch where that's what she did.
Yeah.
I mean, it's that with your son. He's old enough to watch it. He would love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would like that.
Okay.
We had the toss-up last night for family movie night between The Witches, which is the new Anne Hathaway show or movie on HBO Max, or Clouds on Disney Plus, one of the two. And we ended up watching Clouds, which was a sad, depressing movie. So.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's no good.
Yeah. Anyway, well, it's about a kid with cancer who dies. So I mean.
Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
This is something nice and light to watch.
Yeah. I mean, it was a heartwarming story, but it was sad.
I was about to say, Disney Plus, The Mandalorian starts up again in a few weeks. But I mean, how do you segue from what you said to that?
There's no way to segue other than
okie dokie.
So
the Mandalorian starts up on my birthday. I'm so excited.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Yeah.
Was it you that posted the audio mashup of the Mandalorian and the Rocky theme?
Yeah, I sent that to you. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I can't get that out of my head.
It's good, right?
It's so perfect.
Yeah.
It's so perfect because there's a couple of notes in the Mandalorian theme that sound, and I remember thinking that a year ago. It's like, that kind of sounds like the Rocky theme. And somebody else saw that and just ran with it.
Yeah.
And just created this awesome medley. And I listened to it. I'm like, there's no reason I should like this.
Are you still listening to it? Like just every now and then?
Yes.
That's funny.
Yes. It's great.
We're planning for my birthday. I found a website called Goldbelly, and you can order food from other restaurants around the country. And so we're getting some pizzas flown in from Chicago.
What?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna watch The Mandalorian. It'll be great.
It's from a Pizza Hut in Chicago, but
No, it's from some. It's deep dish. It's something.
Yeah. I know. Busted chops.
I know. I would have done that though. Just to do that.
A Pizza Hut from Chicago.
It's the stuffed crust from Chicago.
So what do they do? I mean, is it like Grubhub, but they buy a seat on the plane and throw your pizzas in on the seat? I mean, how does that work?
I don't know. It says like it's packed, ready to go, and you just heat it up in your own oven. But what amazes me is like they have seafood on there. Like, how the hell do you do that?
It's frozen. It's all frozen. You're gonna get a frozen pizza that you heat up. So it's frozen. Yeah. It's packed. It's got a cold pack in it. That's how they're doing that. So
it's expensive.
Right,
I had to buy 4 of them. It was like $100. But
you gotta let us know how it is.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do food review because it's Friday. So
there you go. So your birthday's on, or your birthday's Friday, or your birthday's Sunday?
My birthday's Friday.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Okay. Well, awesome, man. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Okay, we ready to get into the topic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Talking about Star Trek in this week's topic. Talking about the Star Trek in this week's topic.
was super loud.
Was
yeah,
it too
was
loud?
very loud.
Oh. Didn't seem like it was that loud to me, so I turned it up a little bit. Sorry.
Nice.
Oh, just all the technical issues. Anyway, okay, it's
That's fine.
episode 2, Far From Home, also directed by Olatunde Asamoah, and also written by Michelle Paradise, Jenny Lumet, and Alex Kurtzman, just like the first episode was.
Mhm.
The USS Discovery crashes in an unknown time, and an injured Kayla Detmer is ushered to sick bay as her implant is
She
damaged.
fell over the console.
Yeah, she fell over the she's the only one who got injured apparently on the deck of the bridge. That's just stupid. Anyway, Saru determines that the best course of action is to fix the extremely damaged ship before exploring the outside world. Meanwhile, Paul Stamets, who was put into a medical-induced coma by Hugh Culber at the end of the last season, awakens and is nursed back to health by Culber. Actually, he's nursed back to health by Tig Notario's sarcastic commentary, but that was great. Saru and Tilly venture out to find a group of aliens who are oppressed by a man named Zara. When Zara threatens to steal their supplies and kill Tilly, Philippa Georgia once again shows up, who follows them when she wasn't supposed to, and attacks and threatens to kill Zara, much to Saru's dislike. Giorgio lets Zara go, and they return to the ship, which can't take off because of infectious ice. The Discovery is pulled out of the ice by the tractor beam of Cleveland Booker's ship, which hails them. They are able to reunite with Burnham, who tells them that she has been in the future for a year and finally found them. So if you want to do highs and lows of this episode, the entire episode for me was a high until that final few seconds when Burnham's face shows up on screen. I know I said last week and with that first episode that I thought she was great. You know, they finally let her get some emotions and act like a human being, and that was wonderful. Yeah. And it was just very exciting to see an entire episode without her until that final second. And of course, she has to save the day because it's all about Burnham. So that was a little bit irritating. I wish they would have let that go a little longer, but it is what it is. So, getting into the nitty-gritty of the episode. Go for it, Daniel.
Yeah, I thought overall it was a good episode. I like that Saru went to the Old West Saloon to get his,
including the Spurs at one point when they're first coming in. You can hear the Spurs clicking. I mean, it was just Old Western. It was great. That was great. That part of the show, the majority of it anyway, kind of felt more like a Mandalorian episode almost than anything, and looked kind of more like a Mandalorian episode than anything else.
Yeah, I think that's what they were going for.
I think they did. Yeah, and they did a great job of it. So
yeah. On the Will Wheaton show, Doug Jones even said that it had been a lifelong career goal to have to go through an Old West saloon. And so we finally got to do it on a spaceship.
Yeah. As he teleports in right at the door. I thought that was a cool little way to teleport. It's a hidden entrance almost that everybody seems to know about.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
Knows how to get to the speakeasy. So
correct. Well, it is, 3188 or whatever, and so everybody around knows what the technological level is supposed to be. Yeah. Which I thought was a great little scene there. They're in the bar. They're trying to negotiate for getting some help to fix their communications device. The guys are looking at this thing like, "What the hell? You just walked in with an Atari 800. What is this?" Yeah. And so he's sitting there fixing it with his little wands he's waving with. Dan called it programmable matter. That's what he called it. That was awesome. So that was really cool, and they're all just stunned that they don't know what Tilly's surprised doesn't know what the hell that is. It looks to her like magic, which it did kind of look like magic, but it was super cool to watch.
So I spent 2 days trying to figure out who those guys reminded me of. The guys in the bar, and not that I think it's them, but it occurred to me they look like the Sona from which movie was that? Insurrection? Yeah.
No,
wait, wasn't that Generations?
No, that was Insurrection. And you're thinking when you're thinking of who looks like the Sony, you're thinking of Joe Biden's face at Thursday night at the debate. But
anyway,
I couldn't help it. That's where I got the two mixed up. Anyway,
that's such a stretch.
No, they do have some of that. They do have a little bit of that look to them. You're right.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's an alien race we've ever seen before.
Yeah, I don't know.
Seems like a new race.
Yeah, and then they had that one guy, like the leader of the bad guys. I forgot his name. It's like
His name
Zara.
is
Zara.
Negan.
Negan.
His name is
Yeah.
Negan. Yeah.
Space Negan.
Space Negan. That's his name.
Yeah.
Because he will be back. We will see him again.
Yeah, Space
Oh
Negan.
yeah, that's who was that actor that played him? I mean, you recognize him instantly. He's been
Yeah, he's one of those guys. He's like in a ton of stuff.
he plays all kinds of different roles, but usually they're bad.
Yeah.
So
Space Negan.
Space
I love
Negan.
that now.
That's
Yep.
his name.
With his giant shotgun, space shotgun.
Lucille.
Yeah.
Or whatever it's in of a name.
It's Lucille. That's what it is. Yeah. Space Negan and Lucille. Although I didn't quite understand that. I didn't understand that rifle. He shoots the one guy and it just burns him from the inside out with one shot.
Yeah.
But he shoots Giorgio like 4 times and she keeps getting up. So
Well, you put it on stun.
yeah. He's just trying to
Well,
torture her, I guess. But it seems kind of.
It wasn't even stun because she didn't pass out. It was like he said it to like thoroughly annoy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how we know her in the future. They've got multiple settings now.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Well, that would be the way Space Negan would do it. He would just want to annoy the ever living shit out of you,
Yep.
Yeah.
or he smashed your head open.
Giorgio was awesome too. She just shows up and kicks ass.
Oh, as always, she's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, you need her in more stuff. You need her in more scenes. I mean, every scene. That scene she has with Linus, it's so creepy and evil and awesome. And to finally hear Linus speak, 'cause
Yeah.
he's never spoke until now,
No.
right?
He should never have spoke, honestly.
Oh, that his voice was awesome. I want to hear him speak all the time.
No. He should have been like Morn, where it's
Yeah, so
constantly,
what was-
Linus, you need to shut up. And then just
Yeah.
What was that all about? You know, she leaves with him. Like,
because he
Just a-
said he could see other spectrums that humans
Yeah.
can't. So she's
that-
after
yeah.
something.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
after something. Yeah, that's why
That or
it's.
she's
but
trying to get
there's part of
information.
me is like, don't go with her. She's gonna eat you.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, Saru's a delicacy. So, which of course we got the return of the head cannon.
Yeah.
So one of my favorite parts of this whole episode is the fact that Saru is in charge. He's
Uh-huh.
still the commander, but he is acting captain, and boy does he take charge. And he just lays it down and keeps laying it down and doesn't even back down in the face of Giorgio. And I think
Yep.
Giorgio realizes it at some point that maybe this particular Kelpian I can't eat. You know?
I just
But
want
she-
her to chase him around like Wile E. Coyote Roadrunner style.
Yeah.
Just like setting up traps.
Yeah.
She's got a
yeah.
giant fork and spoon like ready to go.
Oh, I'm sure she's got some sort of trap set up somewhere on that ship to catch people when she needs to for whatever reason. I'm sure.
Yeah,
She's so devious. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm
She's
just
so-
amazed.
So good evil. So
I'm just amazed that Chad passed up the opportunity for a coyote joke.
I know.
yeah, because on Thursday apparently nobody on Twitter knew what a coyote was. Anyway, so
Exactly.
I know. That was hysterical. What a bunch of anyway. So I could say something so bad right now. And I
You don't have to. You
No.
don't have to. It's
Yeah.
cool. It's
Yeah.
cool. Hey, let's talk about Star Trek.
Yeah, let's get
Talk
right
about
back
Star
to it.
Trek,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, so overall, just a killer episode. I thought it was great. Again, we're getting what I was hoping for after seeing that first season, the first episode anyway. Right? We're getting a pretty damn hard reboot of what this show is at this point.
We are unshackled from canon. Let's go.
We are. And of course, Saru, like I said, with headcanon, right? So I kept waiting for it. And finally he lets those spiky needles come out and he takes someone down. He tells
Yeah.
Tilly to get behind the bar, It was awesome. It was the old shootout at the OK Corral. It was killer. So that was a
So
great
here's what I'm wondering. When they make contact with those other ships, when they make contact with Starfleet, are they going to like what they find? Is it the Starfleet they remember,
Oh God, no.
or is it some corrupted, twisted version of Starfleet, which is still Starfleet? So then here runs the problem. If they get in contact with these other ships, and there's anyone over the rank of commander,
Mhm.
Saru is no longer in command. Even though they're out of time, they're from another, time period. He's a
Yeah.
Starfleet officer, and if there's a ranking officer there, he's not in command anymore.
Oh, I'm willing to bet he puts his foot down at that. Someone tries to take the Discovery from him in terms of putting a captain on there from one of the. I bet you he says no.
I
Wait,
bet it's not even the same Federation. Like it's just Federation in name only. Maybe just
And
some
they're just
people-
couriers.
Yeah, I don't.
We'll find out in the next episode. The next episode is called People of Earth.
Hmm.
So we'll find out on Thursday what's going on. I mean, it should still be the headquarters of the Federation. Maybe it won't be. Maybe Earth will be a wasteland again. I don't know.
Like, I'm thinking like story structure wise. If you're telling this story that that the Federation has been depleted and these are like the last remnants of the Federation, the Discovery, then you need them to come plant the flag and reestablish it. You can't just like have. You can have people who maybe like adhere to the ideals but are not fully Federation, just like the guy who's answering the phone.
Yeah.
And so it's on them that everywhere they go, they reconnect, reestablish, and rebuild the Federation. That's storytelling. That's the only thing that makes sense. That said, that makes sense, and we'll see what they do.
And they're going to whip out the spore drive at some point.
Oh yeah, and then everyone's gonna be like, "What the hell is that?"
So in the preview for the next episode, she said something about we can't let this stand. Like this is the future that we found, and we can't let this stand, or something. Like the future is screwed up,
Yeah.
and we can't let it stay this way. So
Mhm.
my question is she talking about rebuilding Starfleet and rebuilding the Federation from that point forward, or are they talking about timey-wimey? Let's go prevent the burn from happening and erase this timeline.
Ooh.
Because
I don't know if I'd want them
they-
to go down that hole.
I'm not saying I want them to. I'm
Yeah.
just saying that they made a point. The character made a point last week of saying there is no time travel. All the stuff was destroyed. Time travel's illegal.
Yeah.
And
But
here
there's no
you
one
are.
to enforce it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and she threw away the suit, so that's what let them time travel.
Yeah,
She-
but it's Star Trek. I mean, they can slingshot around the sun or whatever they need to do
Yeah.
to
Well,
make
not
it
only that, but they have all this knowledge inside of Discovery's databanks that they brought
Yep.
forward with them. So they
Yeah.
have the ability to they built the suit on Discovery. They can build another one. So time
Yeah.
travel is not out of the question for them to do. With that said, I don't want them to do that. Let's not turn this in. Although, if they did, that would actually tie into another thing that they've got going right now that they haven't discussed how they make it happen, which is Giorgio getting somewhere else in the past again without
Right.
bringing everybody with her in order to work in Section 31. So
Yeah.
either with Ash Tyler or without Ash Tyler. So I don't want to get down that rabbit hole either, but I don't see him coming back. I don't see them bringing her back into that same timeline with him and have her take over Section 31. I don't see that. I see her
Yeah.
wanting to stay where she's at right now and having
She
fun
seems to
where
like
she
it.
is because
Yeah.
because it's the Wild West and now she can do what she wants and she can put
Yeah.
her thumb on people and start building her own empire again. She can build the Terran Empire from scratch.
Right.
So that's got her all smiles. All
Yeah.
smiles.
Yeah.
So,
I don't think that they're gonna go fix the burn.
I hope not.
It just yeah. I read
Stick with where
somewhere
they're at.
earlier this week that there was a quote from one of the producers that said that they are not leaving the 32nd century; they're staying there. I couldn't find if that quote was real.
You shouldn't
or
have
if
said
it's-
that if you did, because that's kind of giving things away, right? You want
Yeah.
some mystery
Right.
still.
Yeah,
But whatever.
yeah. That for future seasons they're staying there.
Not all of them can,
Yeah,
It-
that's the thing.
unless they build Section 31 from scratch and it's in that timeline and Giorgio's leading it, and that's where that comes in. Now that would
I mean,
be
there's
weird.
no reason why they couldn't.
No,
you
but
know?
that'd be weird, wouldn't it?
I don't know, man.
Because now you've got two shows in that timeline that were running parallel to one another that have nothing to do with anything else they're running. And of course, we got this covered that they're starting a Riker Troy spinoff following their.
Yeah, we got this
Nah,
covered space
that's-
though.
We got
man.
this covered.
That's a
Says
book.
we're going to make a show about everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
No. That's
Yeah.
a book.
that's the book,
If you read,
right?
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
read the article, it's the book.
Do they go back and say it's the book?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
I didn't read it because I looked at it and just laughed.
There is a rumor going around that they're going to make a Riker show, Dan, but
Oh,
it's
okay.
all fake. It's all fake.
Yeah, it's all bullshit. Anyway, so
Yeah.
getting back to Discovery season 2, or season 3, episode 2. So, any outside of Saru's battle scene there with his needles coming out of his head cannon, what are the other takeaway big highlight moments in this? And then we'll get into talking about what's going on with Detmer, because I think I have a theory there.
Yeah. It was a fun episode. Like we said, very westerny, very Mandalorian, very Star Wars. The
No one there
parasitic.
can use the Force like Booker.
Yeah. No one can. The midichlorians are high with him.
Yes.
I didn't like the parasitic ice, but they needed a reason to not just sit around and wait. We'll just wait till we fix the ship and then we'll go out. Like, you need a reason, so that's fine.
That kind of, I don't know. And I wouldn't necessarily say that parasitic ice makes sense to me, but
No,
Yeah.
it did.
but yeah, no, they had to have something that kept them from just taking off.
Right.
Although why couldn't they have just taken off and then said that was the end of the episode? They got away. Okay, wonderful. And now they're still looking for Burnham. Again, that was the failing point of this episode. I wish they would have strung that out a little longer. But
yeah, the only thing I would have done maybe I think the parasitic ice is great in a first draft of a script, but I think if you got the guy in the saloon saying, "Oh, I'm interested in your technology," and then he hears, "Oh, they've got a ship nearby," why isn't he dispatching a crew to go get the ship? And then it's them versus
yeah.
Well,
We don't know how big his ship really is. We don't know how many crew he's got, but yeah, they should have done something where maybe there's nobody left on his ship, and that's why. Maybe it's just like but
yeah.
But
I mean, that's something that comes out as you're rewriting the story and okay, how do we make this better? And
everybody here, let's all go get in my ship. I'm going to put you in the brig or holding cells or something, and we're going to fly over to where your ship is, and we're going to take it.
Yeah.
So. And okay, so there was another thing about this episode too that really stuck out, and I was live tweeting as I was watching this, so some people were getting pissed on Twitter about it because it was I don't know, 4:00 in the afternoon on Thursday when I started watching it, and I was live tweeting it from the hotel room, which was fun. I'm gonna have to do that again.
Yeah.
But so at the end of last season, we see everybody in the corridor coming to gather around Michael and tell her she's not going by herself. That we're not putting the ship on autopilot. We are going with you. And there's probably 10, 12 people standing there. And they replay this again at the end of at the beginning of this episode, so you can tell there's 12 people standing there, whatever it is, right?
Right.
Suddenly, though, at the beginning of this episode, after they've jumped through and they're trying to get things fixed, it's like an entirely full crew complement. There are people everywhere, people you've never seen. Just people. It's just full of people. Like sick bay is just chock full, and the bridge is chock full, and the corridors are chock full. It's like there's 150 people on this damn ship. Where'd they all come from? This makes that was one of the things that stood out. It made no sense to me. Now I'm sure there's a reason for it. You could say, well, more than just those 12 decided to stay once they heard, and yada yada yada. But it felt kind of jarring because the way they set this whole season up is a very limited crew that went to the future. Very few of them went. Right. That's what they were trying to do, is get everybody off the Discovery. So at the end of last season. So it just felt a little off that all of a sudden there's a ton of them on the ship. I mean, a ton of them.
Yeah.
Did you guys pick up on that or miss that or feel that?
It was weird to me that they were so excited to see her on the screen when in their timeline, they haven't seen her in 15 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can also kind of get they didn't know where they landed, so they weren't sure where she was. But
yeah, and that didn't make sense. They were trying to go to one particular planet, and neither one of them went to that planet. They went to two completely different planets. Granted, I could see a different time. It's time dilation. I get that. She comes out 15 minutes ahead of them. Then that's a year and 15 hours or whatever.
Yeah.
But not in a completely different place. You're going through the same.
But
hole in time.
You can also argue the other in that they don't know where they landed, so they don't know how far off they are from her. So for them to see her so soon after, yeah, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
So I get it. You know, I could understand being the writer and then arguing that and being like, all right, fine, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I think that it's weird how much everybody loves her. You know, and how much everybody just is like, oh my God, Michael, it's so great to see you. Like, I've worked with some really cool people, and if I don't see them for 15 hours,
It's okay.
you know, hey,
that
dude,
part
what's
didn't
up?
jar me. That part didn't jar me so much. The thing about that scene, though, that was a little off. Number one, all of a sudden there's Burnham saving him, right, with the tractor beam from Booker's
Yeah.
ship. But two, all she says is she's so happy to see Saru. There's the entire rest of the bridge crew standing there, including Tilly, and all she's doing is talking to Saru.
Because for a year she's been wondering if he got eaten.
Yeah,
That's why.
That's true.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
I mean, he's on the ship with Wile E. Coyote, so
Yeah.
I just want giant Acme traps everywhere to get Saru.
You know, that's the thing about Wile E. Coyote. He's so underrated as a
Yeah.
painter. I mean, his
Indeed.
painting skills were just
Indeed.
fantastic. So
She's painting a tunnel just on the side of one of the hallways. Yeah.
all right, so
Oh,
thumbs
Lucy
up.
Dan, it's getting
Good show.
sleepy now.
Yeah. Well, he got up early and had to go to Dollar General, so you know,
Exactly.
birthday parties take it
Yeah,
out of you.
too, yo.
Well, you know, pretty much, except for the time I'm on this podcast, the whole day is his birthday party.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't get a birthday party. So, you know, we ask, what do you want for lunch? And out of anything in the world, this kid thinks, I want McDonald's.
How old is he turning?
8.
Yeah,
Eight.
tracks. Yeah.
So, you know, after the show, I got to run inside, get my wallet, and go buy a Happy Meal.
There you
Happy
go.
birthday!
Yeah, that's what every kid wants.
The
You know,
things,
that's what you do.
the things we do.
Yep.
The things we do.
That's what you got to do.
Are you gonna get yourself a Happy Meal?
You know, the toy this month is like an Avengers bobblehead.
Oh, that's cool.
So
Ah.
I think we're probably going to get like 3 or 4 Happy Meals.
Okay.
Before I leave, I'm going to make sure that there's 4 different bobbleheads. In there.
Which ones are you hoping for?
Oh, I don't care. It's for him.
Oh,
Just
okay.
4 different ones.
I'm
Yeah.
saying I don't want to bring home, you know, three Black Widows and a Scarlet Witch to give to
Right,
an 8-year-old
right.
boy.
Right, right.
Say, here you
Well,
go.
no, you can blow one of them up with a firecracker. Every boy's
Yeah, no.
dream. I'm gonna blow up action figures in the backyard with a firecracker.
Whoa.
Now we know more about Chad.
Yeah.
I was Sid.
Did you burn ants with a magnifying glass too?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I almost set fire to the water tower they were building across the street in my neighborhood when I was a kid, though.
Oh, boy.
And it's right next to James A. Reed Wildlife Reserve, so there was plenty of tinder to burn there too. We got lucky that we were able to put it out. One of my buddies that was there with me, he was like, "Oh, let's put some lighter fluid on." I'm like, "Stop!" He just
God.
So
You know,
my
I
shoes
think about
were
some of the
melted.
dumb shit I did as a kid. I picture my son doing them, and I just
Yeah.
cringe.
Oh yeah. This is why God gave me 2 girls, because me and my son would have been into some deep shit.
Are you guys dressing up for Halloween?
No, not this year.
I don't know what we're doing because
Yeah.
we're not going to send them out trick or treating.
Yeah, we're not doing that either. And I
So-
doubt any kids will come by. Usually we have a ton of kids, but we're gonna get candy and be ready for it.
Yeah, I'm probably going to put it on a table at the end of the driveway.
Yeah.
They're doing a deal over here. I was looking at that people are posting on Facebook that if you have an American flag outside of your house, that means you're willing to participate in Halloween this year because you're for freedom. Yeah. Welcome to Idaho.
Welcome to Idaho.
Yeah.
You know,
Idaho.
whatever.
Yeah. It's just like, what the hell, dude?
You know, I am for freedom,
Yeah.
Right.
and I'm deciding that this is not something that's best for my family for this year.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I don't like freedom. So
Right.
shame on them for locking those two things into each other.
Yep.
Yeah. And then like
well.
some of the local churches are doing the trunk or treats because we don't care.
Yeah, and if it was with a bunch of people that I knew from church, that would be fine. That'd be one thing. Our church is not doing that. I'm not sure what our church is doing because we haven't had services for 6 months.
Yeah.
They've been doing the online stuff, so
We're doing
which I
a
slowly stopped
costume
watching.
party. Yeah, we're doing a costume party for my birthday, so
Yeah.
that way the kids have a reason to dress up.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, we got him a costume. I don't know where he's gonna wear it.
Yeah.
I mean, we got him a costume just because, how do you tell a
Put
kid?
it on, take him to McDonald's. Get his Happy Meal.
Yeah, there you go.
He's not going to McDonald's. I'm going to McDonald's.
I know. We'll
I
take
mean,
him.
like on
bring it
Halloween,
back.
have dress up on Halloween, and then take him around places as he's dressed up, just to walk around.
No,
Go to
no,
the park.
You don't understand. He doesn't leave the house. My wife is
Oh, yeah.
very, very protective. He's been to very few places.
Well, that's right, because he has asthma. Yep,
Uh,
that's right. Okay.
He has asthma. My daughter was born premature, so we just didn't change any of this. And
Yeah.
my
That
wife
makes
is.
sense.
I've been everywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I've been everywhere.
Yeah.
I've been to hell and back through this thing. They're inside.
Yep.
No, that's fair. That's
I
fair.
don't know.
Yeah.
All
right.
That being said, let's finish up because I gotta go to McDonald's.
It's lunchtime. Yeah.
All right, sounds good. I think we did good, gentlemen.
Well, thanks
Great
for
show.
listening, everybody.
Yep. Looking forward to doing it again next week when we see people from Earth, people of Earth, whatever it is. And
Sorry about the audio. We'll fix that for next week.
it will be fixed. Yes, we'll get on this pronto.
Awesome. All right.
All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right.
See ya.
Well, there you have it, another episode in the can. Check us out at Trekcast.com. Also, if you would, please subscribe to us via iTunes. Leave those reviews, subscribe to us, we'll get some numbers, get up the list, get more listeners, do more shows, have more fun. But for now, we're all done. So live long and prosper, and we'll see you next week.